welcome back to my channel. My name is Iesha Lynn and thanks for tuning in with me. Today we're going to get into some of my top tips for straightening natural hair. Before we go anywhere, make sure that you check out IeshaLynn.com for more curls and travel and subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. Alrighty, so I've broken up the categories for these tips into 4 different categories. First one is pre-styling, 2 is blow drying, 3 is the flat iron itself, and 4 is after the styling is finished. Alright, so I got my little notepad here. Let's get right on into it. And I am going to go ahead and put some footage from last week's video of me actually straightening my hair, some clips that I actually had to cut out because it was not needed for that particular video, but it kind of shows, you know, these are things that I actually do. But there's 17 tips in all, so I'm gonna run through them pretty quickly. Ready? Here we go. Number 1, use AphoG or another protein treatment. Now, a product like this, the AphoG Keratin 2-Minute Reconstructor, is a protein treatment, and that's what you're going to put into your hair to give your hair shape. And the bottle recommends putting it in, using it for 2 minutes after. I do before and after, just so that I know that my hair is as healthy as possible. So number 1, use a protein treatment. Number 2, use a moisturizing deep conditioner. I'll link one up here for you guys. This is the OMG Deep Conditioner by Annabelle. That is my absolute favorite. Highly, highly moisturizing. Highly recommend it. So number 2, use a moisturizing deep conditioner. Those are the only 2 that I have for pre-styling. So just keep those in mind. Before you do any type of heat styling, you want to put a protein treatment in and a deep conditioner to put moisture back in the hair. So number 3, you want to use, I say that you want to use at least 2 heat protectants. Now you don't have to go like crazy with whether it's a spray or a serum or like a cream. I just say definitely use 2. And this is just to double check, to be 100% sure that you are protecting your natural hair as much as possible. Number 4, my hair is pretty healthy, so I am able to dry my hair on higher temperatures. I definitely recommend starting out on the lowest temperatures possible unless you know that your hair can take more. If your hair is a little bit healthier, if your hair is in really good shape, then go ahead, go for the medium speed and the medium heat. Number 5, twist each section as you go. When you are blow drying your hair, I don't know about anybody else's bathroom, but even though we have central AC, it gets very, very stuffy, very hot in this bathroom as soon as I start blow drying. So what I do in order to keep my hair from reverting, from going into basically an afro, is I will twist or braid each section as I go, just to keep the hair as stretched as much, so I can keep the hair as stretched as possible. Number 6, if you live in the South, only heat style on the coldest possible days. Make sure that it's definitely like 60 or lower, 50 or lower. The colder the better. Christmas, if you were around in South Florida for Christmas, it was freezing. It was like literally 40 degrees, and that's perfect temperature for straightening hair here in the South. If you were up north, pretty much the whole winter should be no problem. There's no humidity, or there's very, very low humidity, so you're okay. But still, just try to do it when it's going to be dry and relatively cold, so that way that your style is preserved. You're not doing all this work just to step foot outside and your hair turn into an afro. Speaking of weather, number 7. This is something that I'm just starting to learn about, but it's dew points. On days where the dew point is pretty high, your hair is going to absorb more water from the atmosphere and it's going to frizz. So while you're looking at the temperature and the humidity, also look at the dew point to see if it's a low relative humidity, so that way you know that your hair is good. All right, next section is flat ironing. Number 8, invest in a good quality flat iron. I'm about to be 30 and I just bought a quality straightener maybe like 4 years ago, and I only straighten twice a year, so it's basically still brand new in my opinion, and I spent some coin on it. I did buy the Babyliss Pro Nano Titanium flat iron. I think it retails for like $139, $140, something like that from Ulta, but I absolutely love it. Make sure that your flat iron has multiple different settings available for it, as well as the plates are thin enough so that they can actually get into your roots. That's something that I had a major problem with, like, just growing up. Like, the straightener that I had really, really thick plates, when the plaits are thick, yeah, you can, you know, essentially, you know, straighten more at a time. But if you're not able to get the roots and make it really, really, you know, look that way, like, yes, this is a fresh relaxer, then what was the point? Alrighty, number 9, before you flat iron, and make sure that you lightly spray with a heat protectant. So I do recommend a spray. I did find out that I actually do kind of like it because it's easier to work when you're flat ironing. But definitely apply some type of heat protectant again before you flat iron. Number 10, one pass. One pass rule still definitely applies, even though you're putting heat protectants in. 2 passes max. You definitely don't want to be going over sections 4 and 5 times. You are just burning your hair. You're just ensuring that the heat protectant is basically being burned off and your hair is being burned off, and your hair is gonna be damaged. You know, point blank. If you do too many passes, you'll really want to do 2, maximum 3 maybe. I mean, depending on how healthy your hair is, but if you're really not sure, do 1. And you know, if it's not super bone straight, then you know, for next time maybe you can turn up the heat a little bit. Number 11, I also recommend going slow. If you are doing 1 and 2 passes, just move slowly down so that you don't have to go back and do, you know, 3 and 4. Just go slow is my recommendation to you. Number 12, let the hair cool. I flat iron my hair around 400, I think is what the temperature is. So it's obviously fucking hot, you know, when the pass is done. So I try not to touch it. I don't hit it with a comb right after. I don't put my hands through it right after, because whatever I do to it, it'll leave that mark. I don't know why it happens. It just happens. So I like to just, like, you know, straighten it, and then I'll like put it behind my back and, like, you know, just like leave it alone for, you know, move to a different section, let that section cool before I go to try to touch it and manipulate it, things like that. Okay. Number 13, as you're going, you know, and doing each section, I just recommend just clipping, you know, your ends. I'm not saying like clip, well, obviously I did say clip, but I mean, like, just do it like a dusting, just lightly, just like literally like the teeniest, tiniest amount, just to clip those ends, just to make sure that they stay nice and healthy, and you know are encouraged to keep growing after the style is finished. So you guys saw me flat iron my hair last week. I did another video where I did my Pearly braid out glaze review, where you saw me put these braids in and take them out, and now the style is, you know, pretty much done. And so what I'm gonna do is use nothing but moisturizing products. Once I wash this styler out, use nothing but moisturizing products. That's number 14. 15 is gonna go heavy on the deep conditioner and use heat whenever possible. So I'll definitely go in and use my Afro-G, 2-minute reconstructor again. I'll go in and use my OMG deep conditioner and use heat and really sit with it on for maybe like 45 minutes, just to get the hair follicles as open as possible, get as much product into my hair, as much moisture back into my hair, so that my hair remembers, hey, we need to be curly, you know, don't get, lackadaisical with this straight business, we need to be curly again. Number 14 is style in a protective style. So for about a week, I will just put my hair in braids and not touch it. And just re-moisturize like every 2 or 3 days, and just not touch it, not kind of let the hair rest after being so manipulated with all the heat and the touching and the combing and all of that from the weeks before. And number, what's this? 14, 15, 16. That was number 16. Number 17, hydration is key. That is my number, it probably should be my number 1 tip for heat styling hair, is when you're done, make sure that you just hydrate your hair as much as you can. Make sure that you are protecting it, that you're not doing heat style after heat style after heat style after heat. Like, that's what I used to do when I was like 15. Like, I would just straighten my hair for like literally like years at a time and never give my hair a break, and hair don't like that. So make sure that you give your hair a break and put it up and just let it rest. So thanks for tuning in with me, guys. If you have any other tips that other people may like to use when they are heat styling natural hair, make sure that you drop a comment down below. If you like the tip, or if you have any questions, drop me a comment down below. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out IeshaLynn.com. Until next time, guys, stay home, stay healthy, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.